North Carolina's 14th region is going to choose its new congressman. Yet they're tragically stayed with Camden Brady, who's going to win his fourth term essentially by running unopposed. All he needs to do to win the political race is essentially show up before an appointed authority and sign a couple of papers. Be that as it may, a new whistle-stop visit to his old neighborhood of Hammond ends up being an endless flow of debacles as he's discovered taking part in an extramarital entanglements with a nearby model named Shana, and afterward, while attempting to reach her, unintentionally leaves a foul message on a super strict family's replying mail. That makes his survey numbers drop radically. The men backing Cam Brady, very rich person industrialist siblings Glenn and Wade, conclude that Cam's finished and he no longer has the flash he used to have among the electors. They then conclude that they need to get another person to go against him. That someone is Marty Huggins, the child of previous North Carolina Representative Raymond Huggins. Marty runs the Hammond Chamber of Commerce and the Tourism Bureau, which, of course enough, Hammond gets no sightseers with the exception of perhaps a couple of minor irregular superstars that end up getting lost off the highway. He gets a call from his father who lets him know that the Mach brothers have tapped him to go against Cam. Similarly, as Cam is going to sign the papers and make it official that he's NC-14's most current congressman, Marty appears at the meeting to make it official that he will go against Cam. Cam is stunned in light of the fact that since implies that he needs to begin a mission with very little time before the forthcoming political decision. Somewhere else in China, the Mach brothers are visiting a Chinese processing plant where they're let the proprietors know that they can significantly increase the benefits that they as of now make in the event that they kill delivering costs. They have their eyes set on Hammond, North Carolina, and the whole 14th locale. That's what assuming you have limitless cash. There's nothing that can hinder you. Both Cam's family and Marty's family are seen at their separate houses getting ready for the mission. Cam teaches his children to put on their earphones while Cam visits with his significant other about his new, very appraised individual undertakings. Yet, Cam's kids, who both give off an impression of being center school matured, it's uncovered they are standing by listening to some in-your-face gangsta rap on their earphones. In the meantime, Marty asks his children and his significant other to approach with any mysteries that they might have on the off chance that the press were to get on it. Both of Marty's children uncover a few extraordinarily frightening and sickening things that they've done when Marty's nowhere to be found. Indeed, even Marty's better half Mitzi confesses to a few humiliating barbarities. Marty establishes his most memorable connection with NC-14 when Cam holds a inviting lunch get-together to present Marty as the challenger for NC-14. Marty's initial feeling is a finished catastrophe when the main story he needs to charm the group is a tale about his pet pugs woofing under the couch. Cam then continues to totally embarrass Marty by showing electors what precisely they'll get assuming they vote in favor of Marty by showing his humiliating individual life, including the way that Marty's better half proposed to him multiple times before he acknowledged. Marty additionally works out at Curves, has Chinese-reared canines, and is known to poo his jeans in the event that someone stimulates him. Getting into his vehicle and returning home, Marty is moved toward by a man who the Mach brothers employed to be his new mission director, a man named Tim Whatley. Whatley is there to make Marty not suck. Whatley then, at that point, continues to totally waste the picture that Marty had worked for him and do a total 180. They make over his home, his significant other, children, and supplant his pet pugs with a golden retriever and a chocolate lab. Whatley likewise attempts to stir Marty into a preferable shape over he's been in. It's the ideal opportunity for the primary discussion. Marty welcomes Cam in the theater where the discussion is being held. In any case, as they meet, Marty endeavors to lay some garbage chat on Cam, however it rapidly misfires on him. Then, at that point, Marty totally blows away Cam's response on the principal question of the discussion, which staggers the crowd and scores him tremendous focuses in the press. Then Cam commits the unpardonable sin of legislators. Similarly, as he and Marty are going for a photograph operation with the neighborhood children, they get into a pushing match, and as Cam takes a swing at Marty, Marty ducks and he incidentally raises a ruckus around town. Cam's survey numbers drop definitely thus, and Cam turns into the aim of the jokes of the late-night anchor people. The following day at his mission central command, Cam is going over some new mission advertisements. The first is a business that totally disregards everything that Cam has done as a government official while featuring his undertaking with perfect model, yoga teacher Shana. Yet while that business was a hit with men, it scored frightfully low numbers with ladies. The subsequent business paints Marty Huggins as an individual from the Taliban or Al-Qaeda, proposing that on the off chance that Marty has a mustache and Saddam Hussein has a mustache, they should be connected. Neither of these plugs send great messages to the citizens, and Cam's mission supervisor Mitch emphatically advise against them. At the following discussion, in the wake of messing himself up with the Al-Qaeda-Taliban correlation, the subject of religion is raised. Marty blames Cam for not having been to chapel in a while, with NC-14 being an unquestionably strict region. Cam demonstrates this by being not able to refer to the customary Catholic Lord's Prayer. Cam eggs on Marty that in the event that he needs a blessed conflict, he has one. The two are then seen at a few gatherings of different beliefs. Marty goes to Mass at a Catholic church and a Jewish temple, while Cam sings in a gospel ensemble at a Southern Baptist church and goes to a snake handler service. While at the snake handler Mass, he's pieced by a somewhat venomous cladder snake. The toxin makes his arm puff up like an inflatable and gives him a few gentle visualizations. He then goes ballistic and obliterates the front room of the very family that he left a foul voice message on prior. Similarly, as he's being rolled out of the clinic, Cam's snake chomped amazingly makes his numbers ascend in the surveys. The following evening, Cam comes by Marty's home for a cordial talk. He concludes that this mission can work in the event that they can set to the side their disparities and become companions. He then, at that point, offers Cam some little group whiskey, which Cam then continues to drink vigorously. Coming back, Cam's halted for a DUI. He takes the police cruiser out for a drive around and is thusly captured. At the prison the following morning he's dogged by the press and is still excessively smashed from the earlier night to drive. Things get genuinely in the third discussion. Marty has gotten a duplicate of a shading book that Cam composed as a grade school understudy called Rainbowland. Rainbowland highlights composing that Marty tells the crowd has communist connotations, which gets the group inconceivably irritated up. Cam attempts to guarantee the group that he was 8 years of age at the time he composed that and that it implies literally nothing. A close to revolt starts to break out and Cam attempts to find Marty's stimulating gasp-pooing secret in the event that it's valid or not. Similarly, as Cam sets out toward Marty and starts to throw an uppercut, Marty ducks and Cam raises a ruckus around town from the artist. Once more that persuades him to be the object of the jokes of the late-night local area. Marty is watching the result of the situation transpire at his home. His better half Mitzi is hollering at him about how Marty's rarely home. They then choose to have a family night with the pugs, and everybody is seen stuffing their countenances with a wide range of low-quality food. Tim Whatley appears squandered and starts shouting at Marty that he wants to quit messing around and treat this mission more in a serious way. Back at Crusade Central Command, Cam Jr. lets his dad know that he's thinking about running for political decision for class president, and his dad offers him guidance on the best way to spread his adversaries. Cam's mission director then presents to him a stunning new mission business from Marty Huggins. It's recording of Marty having casual banter with Cam's child, attempting to get to enjoy a sense of understanding from the crowd concerning how Cam's not a decent dad. Cam, irate, presently fights back by endeavoring to charm Marty's better half Mitzi into having an unlawful illicit relationship with him. He then, at that point, films it involving his advanced cell camera and utilizations that as his next crusade business. His mission chief is sickened that he would attempt something like this. Cam continues to go ballistic and fires his mission director Mitch accordingly. If you want to know what happened next, watch the second part in this channel. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you enjoy it.